Below 1,000 meters, light dies. The sun is a memory. The world goes quiet. Here, sound is sight. Shadows move in the endless black. Great pressures crush. The cold is constant. This is the deep. It is an alien world. Once many strange beasts lived in this dark. They hunted. They ruled. They were the first kings of the abyss. This is a fall through time. We will sink through the ages. Each layer down is an older, harder sea. Each stop shows a stranger, more terrible hunter. The ocean's history is written in teeth and bone. We begin our descent. The water grows thick around us. The blue fades to gray, then to nothing. We are falling into the past. Imagine a sea without the fish we know. Imagine a world without whales or sharks. The first hunters were experiments. They were creatures of strange design. Life was testing its limits. It was learning how to kill. The rules of the hunt were not yet written. The first blood was spilled. In a world of bizarre shapes and chaotic movement. This was the ocean's dawn, and it was a violent one. The pressure builds. The darkness is absolute. We are now in the Cambrian period. 500 million years ago. The ocean was a new frontier. We have arrived in an alien ocean, the Cambrian period. The water is full of life, but it is not life as we know it. The seabed crawls with trilobites, scurrying like armored woodlice. Worms burrow in the silt, but above them, a new kind of creature appears. This is a hunter. We call it Anomalocaris. It is the terror of this ancient world. It swims with undulating fins like a living fan. It has two large compound eyes on stalks, searching for movement. It is a mosaic of parts, a creature assembled from a strange imagination. Its existence is a statement. Life has learned to pursue. Anomalocaris possesses two long, spiny arms at the front of its head. These are not for swimming. They are for catching. It spots a trilobite below. It descends. The arms reach out and grip the hard shell. They bring the struggling prey towards a strange, square mouth on its underside. The mouth is a ring of sharp plates. It cannot chew in the way a modern fish does. It squeezes. It crushes. The hard shell of the trilobite cracks. This is the first hunt. It is clumsy. It is strange, but it is effective. The hunter has arrived. Down in the mud and sand, another predator waits. This one is different. It is soft. It has no armor. Its name is Otoia. It is a priapulid worm, but a giant of its time. It lives in a burrow, hidden from view. Only its mouthparts are exposed. It waits for smaller, softer prey to pass by. A small worm, a soft-bodied arthropod wanders too close. Otoia strikes. It averts its proboscis, a spiny throat it can turn inside out. The spines grip the victim. It is pulled into the burrow and into the worm's gut. It is a hunt of ambush and surprise. The Cambrian Ocean is a world of bewildering forms. The rules are being invented on the fly. Anomalocaris rules the water column with its vision and grasping arms. Otoia rules the sediment with its patience and hidden trap. These are the first steps in a long and bloody arms race. The prey have armor. The predators have tools to break it. The hunt is not yet about speed or intelligence. It is about simple, brutal mechanics. The sea is a workshop, building its first weapons, and the designs are like nothing we will ever see again. We will meet the titans of each era. We will see how the hunt evolved. From simple grasping arms to bone-crushing jaws. From slow, armored tanks to sleek, intelligent killers. We descend further through time. The water shimmers and changes. We have left the alien Cambrian behind. We are now in the Devonian, the age of fishes. Armor is now common. Many creatures are covered in thick, bony plates. The simple grasping of Anomalocaris would be useless here. The hunt has evolved. It has become brutal. This era required a new kind of weapon, and the ocean provided it in the form of a terrifying new predator, a fish with a head of solid bone. This is the kingdom of Dunkleosteus. It is not a shark. It is a placoderm, an armored fish. It can grow to the size of a large bus. Its head and shoulders are encased in thick, bony plates. It has no teeth. The plates of its jaw have sharpened into two massive, guillotine-like blades. They are self-sharpening. Edges grind with every snap. This mouth is designed to shear through anything. A smaller armored fish swims by, confident in its shell. Dunkleosteus moves towards it, heavy and powerful, not fast. It opens its devastating mouth. The jaw mechanics are incredibly fast. It can open and close in a fraction of a second, creating powerful suction that pulls prey in. The bone blade snaps shut with a sickening crack. The armored fish is cut in two. Bone shell flesh, it makes no difference. The bite force is one of the most powerful known, living or extinct. The ocean was a war zone. Survival meant thick armor. Hunting meant breaking it. Another predator, the early shark Stephacanthus, shared these waters. We continue our fall into the past, even before the Devonian. The pressure increases. The darkness feels older, heavier. We are in the Ordovician period. The world is different again. The super predators here are not fish. They are not reptiles. They are mollusks, relatives of today's squid and octopus. But they have taken on a monstrous form. They have built vast, chambered shells. They are the first true giants of the ocean. Their presence makes the sea feel ancient and wide. To be near them is to feel impossibly small. Behold Camaraocaras. It is a colossal, straight-shelled nautiloid. Imagine a squid living inside an enormous, pointed ice cream cone. The shell can be many meters long. It is a living torpedo of immense size. It is not built for speed. It moves by jet propulsion, forcing water out of a siphon. But its great mass means it is a slow, majestic hunter. It drifts through the water column like a silent, living spire. Its great size is its advantage. It is a shadow that blots out what little light might filter down from the surface. From the wide end of its shell, numerous tentacles emerge. They are not the fast, sucker-covered arms of a modern squid. They are likely slower, stickier, used to ensnare prey that comes within reach. A large trilobite or a primitive jawless fish swims too close to the shadow. The tentacles lash out. They envelop the prey. They pull it back towards a powerful beak hidden at the center of the writhing mass. The beak is strong enough to crush the shells of its victims. We rise from the ancient depths, moving forward in time. The water becomes warmer, more vibrant. We are entering the Mesozoic era, the age of reptiles. Dinosaurs rule the land, but in the sea, a new dynasty of hunters has taken power. They are not fish, they are not mollusks. They are reptiles who have returned to the water. They have adapted their bodies for a life of speed and power. The hunt is no longer just about brute force or slow ambush. It is now about agility, strategy, and relentless pursuit. The ocean has become a racetrack. Meet Pliosaurus. It is a short-necked plesiosaur, but its nickname is more fitting, Predator X. It has a head the size of a large crocodile filled with enormous conical teeth. Its body is a massive teardrop-shaped torpedo powered by 4 huge paddle-like flippers. This is a creature built for burst acceleration. It lies in wait in the murky depths, a submerged missile. It sees an ichthyosaur, a dolphin-like reptile, swim overhead. It explodes from below. The power of its 4 flippers drives it upwards with astonishing speed. The massive jaws open. The impact is devastating. Later in the Mesozoic, another reptile perfects this form, the Mosasaurus. It is a true sea lizard, a giant relative of today's monitor lizards. Its body is long, sleek, and serpentine. It swims with powerful undulations of its tail, which ends in a fin-like fluke. It is an endurance hunter. It has a second set of teeth on its palate, pharyngeal teeth, which ensure that once something is in its mouth, it can only go one way, down. These marine reptiles were intelligent hunters. They were warm-blooded, which gave them the energy for sustained, high-speed chases. They had keen eyesight. They had a good sense of smell. They could outthink their prey. Some may have hunted in groups. With predators like Pliosaurus and Mosasaurus, the ocean became a place of calculated violence. The hunt was no longer just a physical contest. It was a mental one. The dark water was no longer random. It had an order dictated by the swift, smart, and utterly lethal reptiles who had claimed it as their own. The age of reptiles ends in fire and dust. The sea's empty. But life, as always, finds a way. We move into the Cenozoic, the age of mammals. The ocean's top predators are now mammals and fish who have evolved to an almost unbelievable scale. This is the era of epic power. The hunt has reached its peak of raw, concentrated force. The two greatest predators of this time were not just hunters. They were titans. One, a shark of impossible size. The other, a whale with teeth like daggers. They shared a brutal crown. First, the shark, Megalodon. Its name means big tooth, and no name could be more appropriate. It is a shark that makes the modern great white look like a guppy. It could reach lengths of over 18 meters. Its jaws, wide enough to swallow a small car, were lined with hundreds of serrated teeth the size of a human hand. This was not a subtle hunter. It was a force of nature. Its primary prey were the medium-sized whales of the time. Its strategy was simple and horrific. It would ram its prey from below, then use its colossal jaws to bite off fins and tails, immobilizing the whale before delivering the final crushing bite. But Megalodon was not the only king. Another leviathan rose from the depths, a mammal. Its name is Leviathan. It was a sperm whale, but unlike today's sperm whales that hunt squid in the deep, Leviathan was a macroraptorial predator. It hunted other whales. It was a whale that ate whales. Its head was a massive battering ram, and its jaws held the largest teeth of any known animal, some over 30 centimeters long. They were not for filtering or grasping. They were for killing. The epic age of titans could not last. The world is never static. It is a place of constant, relentless change. The planet began to cool. The sky changed. Great sheets of ice grew at the poles, locking up vast amounts of water. Sea levels fell. Ocean currents, the highways that carried nutrients and warm water across the globe, shifted their paths. The world's climate became more volatile. The ecosystems that had supported the giant predators began to unravel. The change was not sudden like an asteroid. It was a slow, creeping death. The great hunters, Megalodon, Leviathan, were specialists. They were built to hunt large, fatty prey like whales. But as the oceans cooled, their prey adapted. Some whales moved to the newly frigid, food-rich polar waters, where the giant predators could not follow. Others simply dwindled in number as their own food sources disappeared. The banquet was ending. For a creature the size of Megalodon, a constant, massive supply of food was not a luxury. It was a necessity. Its enormous body was a furnace that required constant fuel. One by one, the giants faded. Their massive jaws and powerful bodies were no match for a planet that was slowly starving them. Their populations thinned. The epic battles ceased. The last of their kind died alone in a vast, emptying ocean. Extinction came not with a roar, but with the quiet hum of an engine running out of fuel. The sea lost its loudest, most fearsome kings. The water itself felt quieter. Places that were once arenas of life and death struggle became silent, empty expanses of blue. The silence was profound. The passing of these apex predators left a void in the ocean's hierarchy. For a time, there was no single dominant ruler. The throne was empty. The bones of the last giants settled on the deep sea floor to be slowly covered by millennia of sediment. They became fossils, ghosts in the rock. The ocean had wiped its slate clean. The great arms race had ended in a quiet, cold truce. The age of epic power was over. The deep had swallowed its roar. The monsters were gone, or so it seemed. But the ocean does not tolerate a vacuum for long. It did not stop making monsters. It simply changed the blueprint. The new rulers of the deep would not rely on sheer size and power alone. The new age would favor intelligence, cooperation, strategy. In the deep, dark places where light does not go, one of the old ones still lurks, a phantom from a different lineage, the giant squid. It is a creature of myth and legend. Its eyes are the size of dinner plates, to capture the faintest glimmers of bioluminescence. A silent, ghostly hunter. It hunts with patience, and with explosive speed. It drifts in crushing blackness, a living shadow. When a fish passes, when another squid passes, its two longest tentacles tipped with toothed suckers, shoot out with incredible velocity. The prey is ensnared, pulled back toward a parrot-like beak that can shred flesh. A solitary, mysterious hunter, one that even sperm whales, its only regular predator, bear scars from. A monster born of the deep, dark and cold, a master of ambush. In sunlit waters above, a new apex predator has risen. It is a mammal. It is a dolphin, but one that has grown immense and developed a killer's instinct. The orca, the killer whale. Not the largest ever, but perhaps the most effective. Our journey through time is over. We have seen the ocean's lost hunters, the strange experiments of the Cambrian, the armored brutes of the Devonian, the vast, slow giants of the Ordovician, the swift reptiles of the Mesozoic, and the epic titans of the Cenozoic. Each ruled in its time. Each was perfectly adapted for the world it lived in, and each eventually fell. Their stories are a testament to the awesome, creative, and destructive power of nature. They are gone, but they are not forgotten. They are written into the very fabric of the sea. The deep is both a museum and a living theater. The bones of Megalodon and Mosasaurus lie sleeping under miles of water and mud. But above them, new acts begin every day. The giant squid wages its secret war in the dark. The orcapods conduct their brilliant, brutal hunts in the light. The story of the sea is a continuous cycle of rise and fall. It is a story of adaptation. It shows us that there is more than one way to be a monster. Sometimes it is with teeth, sometimes it is with intelligence, and sometimes it is with a quiet, ghostly patience. We look at the ocean today and see a world of wonders. But we are only seeing one page in a very, very long book. The monsters of the past live on in the DNA of their descendants. They live on in the shape of a shark's fin. They live on in the bite of a whale. They live on in the instinct to flee. The deep keeps its secrets well. Even now there are dark shapes in the abyss we do not know. Giants that glide in the canyons. Swift killers that flash in the gloom. The ocean is still making new ways to hunt, new ways to rule. The monsters of the past are a reminder that we are guests in a world that is ancient, powerful, and wild. A world that has seen rulers come and go. A world that operates on a scale we can barely comprehend. The sea keeps its memory in the deep. It keeps its stories in the mud, and it keeps its hunger in the waves. The great hunters are gone, but the hunt itself is eternal. The ocean did not forget how to make monsters. It just never stopped.